Hi, welcome back to Susie's Garden. Today I have a amazing, fun, and exciting seed haul. I'm so excited to show you and share with you all the seeds that I got and what I'm going to be planting and what is in my garden. I also wanted to give you a few tips as we go along with the seed haul. So one of my best friends, Diane, she loaned me this beautiful bowl. Last 4th of July, she came and she filled it with watermelon, and I haven't got it back to her, and I'm using it. So thanks, Diane. So here are the seeds that we're gonna go over. Okay, so I'm starting with my favorite zucchini, which is the heirloom Italian zucchini. I'm actually going to plant them in the ground tomorrow for the last planting. I'm going to have zucchini for a long time, all the way into, because I live in California and our summers last way longer, our winters don't come until December. I'm gonna have zucchini for a very long duration of time. Middle Eastern zucchini is also something you just need to have in your garden. I need to have it in my garden at least. It's wonderful. Everything that I said about the Italian zucchini pertains to this one as well. The heirloom climbing summer squash, this Italian trumpet squash, is life-changing. I mean, I love this. I've eaten it since I was a child. It's so nostalgic. I love this. The actual squash grows 12 to 15 inches long. It's amazing. Like, one squash is so much food. You will just love, if you love zucchini, eggplant, squash, you're gonna love this. It's so tasty. You could put it in soup. I love it in soup. You could fry it, you could stir fry it, you could make a million different recipes with it, which I'm also, please follow for that as well. You're gonna see the most amazing recipes. Is the specialty eggplant Italian trio. Oh yes, this is wonderful. So I love eggplant, obviously zucchini, eggplant, squash. I'm Italian, so that's, you know, foods that I grew up eating and that I love. If you try it, if you grow it, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be in your garden every year, trust me, because it's perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna move along to our cucumbers. Cucumbers are perfect for beginners. If you're a beginner and you're just starting out, you need, if you like cucumbers, obviously. If you don't like it, it doesn't do you any good. But if you love cucumbers, like I love cucumber salad, I love to make my own relish, I like to make my own tartar sauce. I love cucumbers with yogurt, cucumbers every way. So if you love cucumbers like I do, also I love to put cucumbers in my water. It helps me to get all the water I'm supposed to be drinking. It's a must. They're easy to grow. They're simple. They're forgiving. These organic heirloom straight 8. So I'm actually going to show you what this one looks like. I just harvested, I just picked it. Look at the size of this. Is that insane? I mean, honestly, like, let me show you in comparison to a water bottle. Like, this is the size of this cucumber, okay? So, actually, I actually got 4 of them. So, and I'm just starting to harvest. Because of the way I plant, I get the cucumbers for an extended harvest. Those for me are wonderful, easy to grow. The only thing that you need to be very sure of is that you plant them at least 18 inches, a foot and a half to 2 feet away from each other. If you plant them too close, they're gonna end up getting all kinds of diseases. They're not going to be able to give a good harvest. And you don't need to plant them so close because they do give so much fruit that you don't need to have, like, if you want to think, oh, I want to get a lot, you're going to get a lot. Trust me, if you plant 4 of them, let's say, you'll have plenty. patty cucumber. This is a patty cucumber, easy to grow. I'm not joking, I planted them within a week. Within a week, I had 2-inch growth of the germination. It was mind-boggling. So let's move along to tomatoes. We all love tomatoes. You know I do. Need to make that tomato sauce, right? So this is amazing. It's an organic early tomato. You could plant this in a container. You don't need a lot of space. What you do need is 6 hours of full sun. If it doesn't have the 6 hours of full sun, it might not do so well. Heirloom tomatoes. These Italian tomatoes, the only downside to them is they don't do well in the refrigerator. Once you pick them, you should eat them within a couple of days for it to have that fresh, delicious flavor. If you put them in the refrigerator, they don't tend to taste the same. It doesn't preserve as well, but they're magnificent if you pick them and eat them within the first, 4 days. Now, these chocolate container tomatoes, these will flourish. These are so easy to grow, and I feel like anyone could grow them. I mean, you have to really just, I don't even know how these wouldn't grow. They're just so easy to grow. They're delicious, they're amazing. You could grow them in a container, you could grow them in the ground. They are flavorful, delicious, they're so good. Okay, so we're gonna continue on now with, of course, a staple in your garden, which is onions. It's definitely something you're gonna want in your garden. The amazing and great part about this is you could start growing this in February, but you could continue putting your seeds, you could continue sowing all the way until August, meaning that you're gonna have these practically year round. If you're in an area that has tremendously cold winters, then there are gonna be a couple months you're not gonna get them, but I'm lucky, I live in California, I'll have them all year long. These also, you could basically grow year round, and they only have to be 1 inch apart. It's not like, let's say, the cucumbers, right? It has to be 2 feet apart. You don't need a lot of room for this. You could, in a very small area, you could grow sufficient for your whole family. These are great to grow around other vegetables, or you could grow them around your cabbage, your celery, your they're not gonna, they're a great companion with all your other, with everything else in your garden. Last but not least, the rainbow trio. So here you get 3 amazing onions all in one pack. Also, another reason to subscribe to me is I'm gonna show you how to plant these once, buy the seed packet once, and then you're gonna be able to grow it, because I'm gonna show you how to save the seeds, how to regrow this. So you are never going to have to if you love it, you have it for life. We're gonna move to cabbage. Cabbage, I planted 3 types. I love cabbage. Obviously coleslaw, you can make it in a soup, you could make it in a million different, stir fry, so many different ways to make cabbage. So having a variety of cabbage gives you even more options. Now you're gonna start with this baby cabbage right here. This is the hard pixie cabbage. It's the one that is very condensed in, and it's hard. It's great for coleslaw right here. This is great for salads. This is the conehead cabbage, the sweetheart cabbage. So this is great. Chop it up, make a salad out of it. You could throw it in a soup. You could also make spanakopita. You can make them with these. You don't always need to have the grape leaves. Cabbage leaves works well, just as good as the other ones. Roots, which is the beets. We have the Dutch baby ball beets and the sweet beets. These are the two that I selected for my garden because you get both the very hearty root flavored one and you get the sweeter, more delicate tasting one. So the snacking carrots are amazing. And then these big fat carrots that you're gonna love. Now basil, and as you know I'm Italian, so the basil selection I have pretty good here. I've got 5 different types of basil in my garden. Why? Because each basil has a distinct flavor. And so if you just like one particular basil, that's great. You could plant that one. I prefer to cook with a lot of different basils. So I'm gonna start off with this Italian pesto basil right here. Genova basil. This Italian basil is pretty much like the one you'll get at Trader Joe's or Sprouts. The Italian Genovese basil. And last but not least, heirloom purple basil. Gorgeous, right? The sage grows amazingly for beginners. Sage is awesome. The Greek oregano, very fragrant, delicious. Flavor is very strong. You only want a little bit of this. You don't want to go crazy on it. It'll be overwhelming. But these spices are so critical to have in your garden if you're going to be cooking up all these vegetables. You definitely want a big selection of herbs and spices in your garden to be able to complete your dish and not have to worry about purchasing them anywhere, especially if you're just running out there and picking stuff. You pick a few of your basil leaves and a few of your sage and you're good. So that's my haul. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed all these wonderful seeds and I hope it was informative. Please comment down below if you're planting any of these. Let me know what you thought and don't forget to subscribe. I would love to see you back. I hope you enjoyed everything. Bye, see you next time.